what is the definition of responsibility and what is the definition of a parent that cares, right? And what is the definition of business? Now, you might find that these three things relate to the tragedy that's happening right now in Queensland. And it happens all the time around the world in all different ways, related to the same issues. And the issues is that, when people say, hey, you're an adult, you should know better. Hey, you learnt this course, you know this, you should know better, right? Now, here's an example of that reason. We've got animals that are trapped. Animals, when they had freedom themselves, what freedom is that you can't get trapped. You can only get trapped when you are captured, right, in some sort of way, or you put yourself into a captured way. And so these animals are trapped because when the river rises, they have these domination fences, right, in a way. It could be called a lot of things, but I'll call it this at this moment to help it feel towards you. And these domination fences stop the animals from able to naturally get away as things naturally take time to flood, right? They say it can happen with nows and all this kind of stuff, but animals can walk, right? And they'll walk for higher spots and stuff like that. And occasionally in nature, things do screw up as things can be a freak nature moment. But other than that, if it repeats a lot, it can't be too freakish because it repeats, so it's a pattern. Isn't that right, Emma? Yeah. And those things means that we'd say it's an area prone to some sort of chaos. It's not going to be the same, right? Which is a flood area, an area that burns a lot, and stuff like that. And so when you see these tragedies happen and humans running out and they call themselves heroes, so we'll say there are other people not involved with these animals or problems, then they are sort of a hero as they're solving someone else's issue. But if someone has to run in and save their own kids because they left them in a bathroom with the water running, right, and they thought it was going to turn off, or they left them down the river and they were going to be back in 2 weeks, and the river's fenced off and they were told to stay there, right, what would happen, right? And then next minute you're rocking up and now you got to pull them out and they're going, we're drowning, we can't get past this fence, we're told we'll stay in here, right? And then you pull them out and go, oh shit, do you love me? I saved you. But technically you put them into that situation, didn't you, Emma? Yeah. So technically you're like the kid who goes, whoop, at the bridge, oh, I nearly pushed you off and grabbed you, telling your mum I saved you. You know that old thing? But you didn't, because you caused it, right? But if someone else come in, of course, they're a saviour who didn't cause that issue. And so what I'm saying is that if you know something's going to happen, that means you have responsibility to make sure that you're onto things. So if you know rain will slowly come, rain is coming, when rain comes you have this possibility and you don't prepare for it, well, you're going to get an outcome. And then we learn from that, usually by not putting a thing or a creature or yourself in that position, right? Avoid the position. Otherwise, when you do it again, you repeat yourself. What do you usually say when you know something, but then you do it again? You go, stupid me. You shouldn't feel sorry for them, right? And so all these areas where you have these problems, it's because of domination and gambling on the information that they know for profit. So if you do things right, as they say, if you've got to do it right, well then you would have raised the land, you would have had fences that you can open up, people there to guarantee things, all these things, because when you don't, what do you see? You see a whole bunch of tragedy looking at me.